But everybody kept telling me, "Hey, you should watch this movie, People with the Falcon." I was like, "All right, cool, I'll watch it."
But why would they tell you to watch it?
I think
Did they say you remind them of Jasper?
I was, you asshole, the blind black preacher.
Yeah, we're just gonna start this shit live.
The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking.
Like they're two dumb dudes. Welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast.
No, actually, your skin looks moisturized. I don't know what you're moisturizing with.
Oh man,
Some Dollar Tree special.
nah, this was Dollar General special.
Oh.
Nothing right across the street.
Okay. So you ever seen? I don't know if it's at Dollar. It might be at Dollar General, but they got this like body wash, and it's like $1 or like $2 for like a big ass bottle. I feel like I've seen it at Walmart too. And my question is, like, is that as good as some Dove? I mean, soap is soap, right? I wash myself with some fucking palm olive.
Nah. I'll tell you, soap is not soap.
Why?
Because I had an experience. And this is why I say soap is not soap, because okay, I'm not picky about my soaps, but I am at the same time. It makes a difference.
Okay.
Like I use like maybe 2 to 3 different soaps in the shower. The one is usually a bar soap with Irish Spring.
You sound real feminine right now, but keep going.
I smell sexy. Ladies love me. You know what I'm saying? Look. So I don't have it set like that right now, but when I had it set up, I had my soap, and then I usually have some type of like regular cool body wash or something, Old Spice, Axe, whatever. But then I like finding body washes that actually go with the cologne I'm gonna wear after. So in my opinion, look, I know it sounds crazy as hell. I don't know if I'll put this out on the internet. The Irish Spring actually makes the bathroom smell good when I'm showering. That's why I use it. I don't even care if it's cleaning me or not.
So why don't you just put a candle in there then?
Because I don't know. It's like if you get a house full of people and they open the door and it smells fresh, then you smell fresh, even if you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. So you just out here throwing smoke and mirrors so that people think you clean.
That's the Irish Spring. You know what I'm saying? Then if I use like, let me just say the Axe body wash or whatever, that's more for the scent and everything else. But then I gotta find one which like I look
that
to
actually
see.
Cleans.
I don't think it does.
What I'm saying, no, you're saying you got the Irish Spring for the scent in the room.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Axe for the scent of thing. But so far, I ain't heard about soap that actually cleans your ass.
Look, honestly, I haven't found a soap that I like that I think actually I feel clean with. That's why I got so many of them. You know what I'm saying? So I know it sounds stupid as hell, but all the soaps for me go with the scent. The scent is what matters. You know what I'm saying? The clean comes with it, I hope.
Maybe there's like the most man thing I said, but like to me, soap is soap, man. Head and Shoulders is actually head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Look,
it clears it all. Like I'll be using lotion, they'll be like, "Yo, you use Jergens on your face." I'm like, "It's lotion." The same skin on your knee is the same skin on your eyebrows.
But look, Jergens is for jerking. That ain't made for moisturizing your face.
But I'm saying that you see girls sometimes they have like 20 creams. This one's for the under eyes. This one's for the crow's nesting feet on your eye. I'm like, yo, you need to take that shit. All my soaps. Not soaps, lotions.
Yeah,
I catch a lot of shit about this. But
hold on, wait, time out. So if I got like 15 different soaps, you got 15 different lotions.
No. I ain't got 15 different lotions. Okay.
Okay.
One lotion. One lotion. I got it from TJ Maxx. Smells good.
Okay. You're saying you're just as bad as I am.
But I do have a bunch of travel lotions. Okay.
Okay.
The only reason I got them all is because I steal them all from the Marriott. So that's all I smell like is Marriott hotels.
Oh, shit, the complimentary. Who cares? Take them.
Yeah, they were like, "Yo, what kind of lotion is this?" I'm like, "Oh, Marriott special. I don't know what it's made of."
Oh man, like, am I ashy? That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I keep it in my backpack. I'm like, "Oh shit, man! Fuck." Go to the gym, like, all right, I gotta put some on the knees before I go into the gym. Like, I won't even lotion up the rest of my body, just my shins and my knees, so I don't look ashy at the gym.
Okay.
Get about the shower after,
I mean, I think guys do that in general. I don't lotion my whole legs. I lotion what's gonna be showing. Like I don't like if I'm wearing shorts, I just lotion the skin part that's gonna be out.
Exactly. The forearms, the ankles, the knees. Yeah.
Remember in the 90s when people used to wear their shorts like under their calf muscle?
bro. Like the
So you
dude.
only have like 3 inches of ankle showing. Just lotion at 3 inches.
What's his face from fucking Boys to Men? He used to do that all the time. Like, fucking, I think it was Nathan. Nathan from Boys. He used to. Them shits used to look like capris. Them shits were
Yeah.
so long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. It's your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, aka Red Fort Delta. How's everybody doing out there?
Well, you know, speaking of like shorts and jean shorts, you know, the characters in this movie had some shorts on that they just that was what they wore the entire movie.
Yeah.
I've been around people that went swimming and then like jumped in the water with their clothes on. That shit is not like, that's not a smell you want around you all the time.
Nah, especially lake water.
Yeah. And so, you know, Shia LaBeouf is the lead actor in this movie, and he's known for going method. And by method, I'm saying being who he is on screen all the time. So you think do you think all that clothes just stayed dirty the entire time? Or do you think they set it up to where it looked that way?
That's an interesting question, because I'm hoping they set up to look that way.
But if you're trying to be authentic,
yeah.
You know, if you're a method actor and you're trying to, you know, exude this character, you might not take a bath the entire time, or you might only take a bath once a week.
Okay, matter of fact, let's speak on that real quick. There's a character, he passed away. I'm gonna get his name wrong because I don't know his real name, his TV name. Part of the Wyatt family, John.
Fucking Luke Harper.
Okay, there you go. Rest in peace. You know.
Yeah.
But I was reading something on him because he had that dingy, like backwards look. But he said that he just did that, you know, for the show, but they always smelled fresh, and everybody was happy about it.
But you understand how much effort and stuff that, like, I know his wife went and did to make the tank tops look the way it did. What I used to do to all his stuff to make.
Oh, so you played a part in it too?
Oh, I used to have to fix those things and do all this shit. Like, he'd bring me some brand new Jordache pants. I don't know how this motherfucker found some Jordache.
I was about to say Jordache. Okay, yeah, keep going.
Found some Jordache. Like, hey, like these look too brand new. Like, I gotta go out tonight. I'm like, all right, let me go get the cheese grater and some.
Oh man.
Well, the movie we're talking about today is all about dirtiness, you know, and it came from the mind of Chris Brown. So, Chris, why don't you let the people know what movie we picked this week?
The movie we picked this week on Netflix called The Peanut Butter Falcon. Stars Shia LaBeouf as Dakota Johnson, I believe. Yeah, Dakota Johnson. Yeah. There was some people in there I didn't even know was in the movie. Some cameos. Mick Foley and Jake the Snake, which surprised the shit out of me.
The shit with Jake the Snake.
Look,
he got a bench press.
Look,
oh, shit.
When I was watching the movie, I had like a sit-up moment because he said with the singer, I was like, "Is that Jake the Snake?" So I thought the motherfucker was dead.
Yeah,
it was like,
dude, Yellow Wolf was one of the bad guys.
Yeah, definitely. He looked like he belonged in the damn movie. He looked like backwoods Louisiana somewhere.
Yeah, someone was like, "Oh, that's actually really good casting right there." All right, so you know, okay, so you're laughing about it. So did you like the movie?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Why did you pick it in the first place? Because you said, okay, so I own this movie, and so I had seen it a while back. But when you brought it up, I was like, yeah, let's fucking do it because I really like this movie. So I'm curious why it was on your radar as far as something you wanted to watch.
I had just heard too many people mention it. You know what I'm saying? And
like how? Like what were they saying?
No, it's like because I would always. I got to the point now. I don't want to know about a movie because I've learned people's perspective of a movie will not be yours. You know what I'm saying? So when people tell me, hey, you need to watch this movie, don't tell me about it.
Yeah.
I just want to watch it because what I get from it might be something totally different from what you got from it. Obviously, this is what we do here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But everybody kept telling me, hey, you should watch this movie, People with the Falcon. I was like, all right, cool. I'll watch it.
But why would they tell you to watch it? Did they say you remind them of Jasper?
You asshole. The blind black preacher. My hair don't look that. My hair ain't gray.
Oh, I was like, bro, he look like you about to turn into him in about 15 years, bro.
15 years? No.
I mean, you're already there. You just need
the
gray hair.
No.
Yeah, you need the gray hair and the.
Look, first of all, I got my teeth still. Okay, just saying. Even though my hair don't look done, it's moisturized. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just saying. And I ain't trying to baptize nobody. I need baptism myself. Shit.
All right. So what was the like? So you just wanted to see this because of people like just were recommending it. Like, what were they saying that they thought you might connect with it?
They didn't actually. They just said to me that I need to watch it. I was like, okay, cool, I'll watch it.
Because I got some movies like that I've seen that I think you should see.
Hmm.
So, we might have to go down that route. All right, but before we delve into this movie, as per usual, Chris Brown, what you drinking?
Some good old H2O. Got my water cup. No, and we're drinking cheap. A nice old natural light.
That fits for the movie. That actually fits.
You know what? It really does. I was inspired.
Well, I got me a little bit of a whistle pig. I got a little left.
Okay.
I might take a shot of whistle pig. I haven't actually taken a shot on the podcast in a while.
Yeah, shit, our schedule's been way off.
I know.
No, last time we was doing it like 6:30 in the morning. I was like,
yeah,
tired.
The energy in that episode was a little, it'd be picked up a little bit. So, but I also got a healthy black drink.
Healthy black drink? What you got? Kool-Aid?
Grape soda.
That's close enough.
But it's made with stevia. So, yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, Zevia soda. It's sweetened with stevia, so it's 0 calorie. It's actually better for you than like regular Diet Coke.
That's not black people drink. You know we love sugar.
No, but I remember I was at the store and I was like, oh shit, they got Zevia grape soda now. I got excited as shit. I just ran over there and grabbed it. It wasn't on my list.
You colors.
I also got a non-alcoholic Athletic Brewing hazy IPA.
Okay.
So
I wonder how that tastes.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to do the hazy IPA or the grape soda. We'll see.
All right, do them both.
Oh yeah, let's fire these up and then let's go talking about it because this is actually there's a lot of nuance and a lot of lessons that can be pulled from this movie.
Oh, definitely.
It's what you pulled from it besides, hey, this looks like a place I want to move to.
Oh man, I could live there maybe.
It's like on the Outer Banks of North Carolina.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
It actually reminded me when we went to the savannah. The marsh.
Yeah.
Because when he shot the boat up, he was like, it's gonna be covered in water about 30 minutes or something like that.
Yeah. I was actually at a beach in St. Pete the other day, and like there was this little inlet that like the dogs could run around in.
Mm-hmm.
That was still, and it was dope. But like I could see during the day, like the tide was down low, so it was like the water was disappearing. I'm like, oh shit, okay. So at some point, everything that we're chilling on right now is gonna be covered in water. So you just gotta keep an eye on the shit. Pour this whistle pig. I haven't had this whistle pig in a while. Oh, and hold on. Before we even do anything, this shot ain't even gonna be for the movie.
Okay.
We might have to pop open that naturally because we gotta congratulate. We are some assholes, and someone's got the team name in their email.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I didn't get my damn jersey. I should have wore it.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I can't wear the jersey right now.
Why?
It's a little snug. Boy, gotta do some cardio. I put that shit on the other day. I was like, ooh, nah.
See, so I brought mine back when big clothes are still in, so it fits perfectly now.
Well, that's the thing. You should a jersey should fit loose. Like no matter anybody that wears tight jerseys is just kind of
it's just weird. Yeah,
unless you're a girl, but like as a guy, it should be loose enough to where if you want to wear a hoodie on under, you should be able to. But this shit I put on, bro, I thought I was going to look like a muscle shirt. I was like, God damn it,
man,
I'm so mad. All right, well, cheers.
Yes, indeed. Cheers.
Celtics and to the peanut butter Falcon.
Yes, sir.
You just chug an entire natural light.
Just about.
But it is 11 in the morning.
The drinking time. I'm actually late.
Yeah. All right. So Peanut Butter Falcon. So the story of Peanut Butter Falcon is you got Shia LaBeouf, who is working in like a crab traps or in like a fishing boat,
Mm-hmm.
and essentially like it seems like he's trying to like keep life going because he lost his brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the person who used to help take care of him and shit like that. And so he's just kind of trying to find his way, gets into trouble with the wrong people, and now he's on the run. And meanwhile, you got Zach, who is who has Down syndrome, and he doesn't want to be in this like basically a senior living home or like a group home.
Mm-hmm.
So he escapes, and then they find each other on the road, and it's just basically a road trip. Trying to Shia is trying to help Zach achieve his dream of beating the swamp.
It was the
saltwater
Salt
redneck.
Lake. Yeah, there you go.
Saltwater redneck. Which I didn't realize he wasn't that. I forgot that he was in the movie Thomas Hayden Church.
Mm-hmm.
That's Sandman from Spider-Man 3.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So what'd you think of this movie? What'd you think of the story?
Like I said, I liked that. Thought it was good. Like I said, a couple of gems in there. Like one of my favorite parts of the movie is when they're on the raft, and he tells Zach to start training, and while he says, "Go hold your breath," and he's telling the girl, "Don't do that." He said, "Even though you're not calling him retarded, everything you say is making him feel retarded." You know what I'm saying? Like that's not what he is. Like he can do all these things. And it was like kind of like that moment where it's like you look at people's lives today. And like she said in the movie, she did volunteer work with older people, this, that, whatever. And it's almost like you don't realize you actually put somebody in the box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, some people know because they do it intentionally that they want to take care of people, they throw them in the homes or whatever. Yeah. But the people in there only limit them to what's in that building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're basically, and it's under the guise of, I'm watching out for them. I'm trying to make life as easy for them as possible. So like, sometimes it's hard to hold it against someone who's just trying to do right by the people they love. But at the same time, it's like, they can do so much more, but you're limiting their potential because you don't think they can do it. And you haven't even given them a chance to.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you? You done seen all these white women that are like, you can't date these women.
We're not gonna talk about my history. I've been around the world. Just saying.
You got reminiscences all over.
Oh man. Matter of fact, that's more you.
This is actually very good. This Athletic Brew and Hazy IPA. So yeah, it's actually really fucking good. I think I've come around to beer.
Your brothers will be happy.
I know. Like they were like, "Oh yeah, you ain't gonna order the cider no more."
Yeah.
But no, I think lately I've been having more. Like I had a Sam Adams summer ale. It was actually really fucking good.
Oh, Sam Adams. Okay, maybe I'm biased. Yeah. Because if I see Sam Adams on draft, I'm getting it anyways because it's from Boston. But actually, did you know originally it's actually from Ohio?
What?
If I remember the story correctly, the first brew was in Ohio, but then it moved to Boston.
Why the fuck did it start in Ohio?
I'm trying to think. I don't know if the person that started was from Boston.
Yep.
Or they just bought it or something like that, but it actually started in Ohio.
Yeah. I mean, now it's over in like Pawtucket, Rhode Island. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You didn't know what? So all right. So one of my favorite quotes in the movie is early on, is when I think he was when they might have started training, or is when Zach was telling like Shia that he goes, I got Down syndrome, or he's like he can't do certain things, and he goes, Shia goes, there's gonna be certain things in life you can't do. That's okay, because you're never gonna be able to dunk a basketball. You're never gonna be able to do certain things, but that's okay. Like when people act like because you can't do something, something's wrong with you. It's like no, like not everybody is meant to do something. Like you not meant to go a year without getting in trouble with the law. That just don't happen. So
You said meant to go a year.
Yeah, you can't go a year without.
Hold on, wait. No, I gotta think. I had a good stretch.
Real well, 6 months.
I made it past the year. Now you gotta be thinking. Wait a minute. Yeah, I had a good stretch.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, because I feel like nowadays people act like if you can't do something that like it somehow means you're below or beneath, everyone else around you. But like, just because you can't do one thing doesn't mean you can't do everything, or doesn't mean you can't do something they can't do. Like,
Yeah.
why are you limiting a person's potential based off of, what they can do versus what you can do?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like that happens a lot, just especially in school.
Mm-hmm.
You toss the kid in the fucking the modular class out back because you think he can't do some shit. Turns out that motherfucker can win more awards than everyone else in the fucking school. I ain't saying talking from personal experience.
I'm just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all go a few episodes back, and I told him he was in that little special house on the side of the school, his reaction was, "So I made it out."
I watched this video the other day, and this shit had me rolling. This school bus came by, and some dude was like, "Yo, that's the biggest fucking school bus I ever seen. Yo, they making giant school buses now?" And they were like, "Yo, that's a regular school bus." He goes, "No, that ain't a regular school bus. That ain't what regular school buses look like. I took school buses to school." And they was like, "This motherfucker was on the short bus."
That sounded like a Hiram conversation. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Did you have a favorite part in the movie?
There was a lot of parts that stood out to me. Like I said, the fondest one was when he was on the raft.
Yeah.
Until they let him retarded. But I don't know if this is my favorite part. Maybe, but not because of something significant that happened. I think more out of just being surprised. When I saw Jake the Snake, I was so serious. I was like, "Yo, smoking the cigarette and everything," because that was his thing. I was like, "That can't be Jake the Snake." And then sitting in that fucking was a Camaro. And he's the biggest one in the middle with the straight ass face.
Everybody's fucking like going crazy, like, "Yeah, we about to go do this wrestling show."
Yeah.
And then he's just in there like, and then you realize this motherfucker was like, "I ain't gonna let this kid with Down syndrome, beat me in a match."
In a match with like 5 people in the audience.
Okay, so here's the thing so it sucks because being someone who loves professional wrestling, who's in the business, like that right there in the backyard with some rednecks, just throwing each other around for fun, like that's people's views of wrestling.
Really?
I feel like that's the popular stereotype for wrestling. Like, even though the biggest movie star in the world, the fucking Rock, started in wrestling, when people think pro wrestling, they think that's the kind of shit they think. That, or like at a fucking carnival. They don't think about WrestleMania.
Really?
Yeah, it's a stigma.
Interesting.
It's a stigma against, fucking professional wrestling.
Look, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know what backyard wrestling was till I moved to Alabama. Just saying.
Bro, listen, I know exactly.
I know it was a real thing. Like,
bro, as someone who took part in backyard wrestling, yeah, I remember once I do. You know what a shooting star press is?
A shooting star press?
Yeah, shooting star press is like when you stand on the top rope and you jump forward, but you do a backflip, like inverted backflip.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that wasn't your signature move.
I mean, I've done it before. I've done it plenty of times, but like that was my signature. But it's like I'm trying to think of who does it now. Like Ricochet does it. A couple other people do it. Brock Lesnar used to do it. But when I was backyard wrestling, my ass did that shit off a house in 16 acres. I did it off a house, and the only thing I had for cushion was some couch cushions.
Really?
Yes. And so I told the dude, "Hey, just move. I don't want to hurt you." So I did this shit and just came down on some couch cushions. I was like,
I bet that hurt. And it's just 16 acres. I'm sure them cushions was already like beat the fuck up.
Bro, listen, it's like dumb choices. And I did it to so that these little, 14-year-old high school girls would think.
Okay, so had to be some girls involved. Yep.
Of course. I wasn't dating them at the time, but like, Everyone else was. I was
Had
there
to
for the wrestling.
had to show off.
Oh, everyone else is there to try to get girls. I'm there like because I'm trying to further my career.
Yeah. Well, I guess it paid off. You furthered it.
Yep.
Oh man.
But yeah. All right. So Shia, his character, his brother, obviously like passed away somehow, and like he's just trying to find his place in the world, basically. And it felt like in meeting Zach, the kid with Down syndrome, he kind of took the place of what his brother was to him. Have you ever been in a situation where like you were the kid who needed help, then all of a sudden you became the person who provided the help?
Yeah, actually I have. Matter of fact, when I actually went to school here in Alabama, 10 plus years ago?
Yeah.
Shit, was it 10 years ago? Shit, was longer than that. Shit. Long time ago. Shit.
Tuscaloosa?
Yeah. This is around the time my brother actually went to jail.
Yeah.
And shit for me was like going kind of south here at the time, and I met another dude working at the VA with me. A young dude. His name was Chris too.
Yep.
But I think subliminally, I became his older brother, knowing I didn't have my little brother.
Yeah.
And he actually needed an older brother. Like he would literally come to the house and like ask me what I had to eat because he had no money and everything.
Yeah.
Play video games, just like do brother stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
and then
did something switch in your brain? Like, did something all of a sudden? Did something happen in your train of thought where you were like instinctually you were like, I got this brother, I got this dude's back. Like I gotta watch out for this guy.
Yes, and I didn't notice it till later on because he would always ask me questions. He always wanted advice. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I was an older student. I had already been to the military and did all kinds of shit. So I'm the older guy. Like I'm the age people are like when they graduate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you got all these young kids
10 years older, 5 shades darker.
Oh no, this Alabama. There's people darker than me here. Trust me. Just saying.
You working on the barbecue spot. Fucking Dreamtime. Was it Dreamtime?
No, shit. Dreamland,
yeah. That shit was, yeah. It was a shack in the middle of nowhere, but they were so popular they had security.
Yeah.
The police, he had a little yellow notepad, and you had to put your name down there.
Yeah.
One of the things I remember from that visit when I visited you.
These with that billboard.
All right, so we were driving down. We were going to Dreamland, and it's this highway in the middle of nowhere, and there was a random billboard in the woods, and it had a fucking cartoon caricature of Barack Obama. And to this day, I think it's one of the most cleverest fucking billboards I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
That shit said, "Because of you, Barack, America is going Baroque."
It's a Baroque.
I was like, oh shit. Yeah. No, I feel like there's something, I don't know if it's instinctual, like as a person, as a man, like when I feel like for a lot of people, when you find someone who you connect with that you feel like you want to take care of that person or you want to watch their back, like I just feel like that's something that instinctively happens to a lot of men, growing up. Is like you become a cornerstone for someone else's life, or you just become that figure that can then help shepherd that person towards something better.
You ever been in a situation where not a situation rather, if you look at your life, you ever been the person in the group where you're trying to learn everything, like you're the youngest one in the group, and then obviously it changes to you're the oldest one in the group? When did that happen?
Okay, so
when did it happen? And when did you realize it? Because I'm pretty sure it's two different times.
Right, so I'll even use wrestling as an example. Like I still think I'm a fucking moron, even though I'm in my 40s.
Okay.
But like in wrestling, you go out, you do your matches, you ask advice, and you just try to become a better, version of what you were yesterday. And then One day I was sitting there and someone came up to me and goes, "Hey man, Makazi, you mind watching my match and let me know what you think about it?" I was like, "All right, cool." And I did that. And then I was like, when the fuck did I become the veteran in the locker room? And I started looking around like it's 10 years in, I'm the one giving the advice. When my trainer trained me, he was only 7 years into the business. So I'm further along now than he was when I got trained. And I was just like, holy shit, like I think I've become one of the veterans in the locker room. And it wasn't something like I set out to do. It just all of a sudden it switched to where someone was asking me for advice. And I was like, huh. And I like that. I like the idea of being able to, pass along whatever kind of knowledge I've picked up throughout the years. The big thing is letting someone know that, hey, just because this knowledge I'm speaking about, it's from my experience. It's not a right or wrong. It's just my experience. So take it in, and if it helps shape who you become, cool. But if you decide to just toss it away because it doesn't fit what you see for yourself, fine. I think sometimes people get too caught up in the idea that like, I'm trying to give you advice and you're not taking it. Like, not all advice is, going to work out for everyone.
Oh, definitely. So with that being said, when you realize that you were the older one in the room, that you have to give advice now, did that stop you from still taking advice?
Hell no.
Okay.
I'm a fucking idiot. I take advice all day long. I'm of the thought that, if I hear 100 pieces of advice and I've heard 99 of them already, I'm still waiting for that one that I might not have heard before. And I try to really let that sink in, because, when you're out looking for the advice or when you're out looking for the lesson, I feel like lessons kind of just skate by. But when you're not out looking for them, and then if you're really just paying attention, all of a sudden lessons just, they start seeping in. Spray your barbecue every hour so that it stays moist.
I thought that's what the beer was for. That's why people drink when they're barbecuing, because I just dump some on there and keep on moving.
Bro, I know your barbecue probably looking like fucking shoe leather.
Nah, my barbecue be on point. Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I did buy you that fucking grill, so yeah.
I was curious to say.
I remember that fucking salmon you made.
Look, and I made it. No, okay. I made it on a beat down grill, and it was still good. But I had the sauce on top of it because it was hot, melting. Oh man.
All right, so you got one of the characters I loved in this movie is Zach, because they legit had someone who had Down syndrome playing him. And I personally believe if they had gotten someone who was
high caliber or something, actor?
Neurotypical. So when you go to people with autism and stuff, there's it's neurodivergent just means there's different mentalities out there. No wrong or right, no better or worse. They're just different. And a neurotypical is someone who you would label as someone who's the typical brainwaves, typical way of thinking.
Okay.
His cognitive ability is typical. I don't think you would have gotten the same type of performance or authenticity if you had someone who was neurotypical playing someone who was,
Down syndrome.
Down syndrome, like Simple Jack.
You talking about fucking Trumpet Thunder?
Yeah, I thought Zach was my favorite character in the movie.
Okay.
Well, walking around in his tighty whities.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you say? I'm a Down syndrome.
Yeah.
But like I said, I had a favorite character in the movie. You know who? Yes, I do.
Jasper?
Nope. The store clerk, they offered the moonshine.
Oh yeah. He goes, if he goes, you could take it. I just, let me get a little sip to get rid of these nerves. In that scene, when Shia is hitting on the Dakota Johnson,
yeah,
could that happen in 2024? Is hitting on a girl like that taboo nowadays?
Are you gonna ask for that question?
Listen, you hit on girls.
You forget I got cussed out in the elevator because I told a girl don't look so mean. Why would you say that? You can't tell me how to look. All right, motherfucking ugly ass.
Bro, when we was leaving that when we was leaving that restaurant in fucking Asheville, you was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, you want to be my girlfriend?" And she was like, "I got a boyfriend." You're like, "All right, cool." And just
I told you I do a lot of. I was telling my wife, I was like, look, man, you haven't seen me in real action with my guys. Like I do the dumbest shit just to see what happens. And I said, one day she's gonna bite me in the ass because I'm gonna be like, hey, you my girlfriend? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh shit, that's right. Help me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to do now.
I'm gonna be the bird. I'm like, well, let's see where this goes.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna go bad, but I kind of want to watch.
Oh man.
All right, but like so, I mean, so the whole idea of this movie is, there's two guys on a journey trying to find themselves, trying to
Mhm.
find the version of themselves that they had always dreamed about.
Mm.
Do you ever find yourself on that kind of journey?
Oh yeah, definitely every day. Like I don't know if this is good or bad, but I'm never content with. Okay, this is gonna sound really really bad. I'm gonna get the words wrong because it's gonna sound really bad. I'm gonna say that I'm thinking it. I'm never content with what I have.
Okay, that don't sound bad.
Okay, but it's not like
And
what
your
I have
wife
is.
might think so, but that
I'm just saying, it's like it's not that I want more. I just always feel like there's another level I could be.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like I think, and for me, it's more about learning. Like I just want to learn everything I can. And
okay,
fortunately, I learn by experience.
yeah, yeah, whole lot of experience. You got the most varied, like book of experience I've ever seen.
Oh man,
Uh,
rattlesnake, check.
Gunshots, check.
Check.
Rattlesnake, check. ATV into a tree, check.
Check. Yeah.
Am I going flying through the air? Check.
Oh man.
Okay, so here's the question. Okay, in doing so, since you're always looking forward at like what you can become,
Mhm.
do you ever feel like you lose sight of who you are now? Or do you ever feel like you don't appreciate who you are in the moment?
Yeah, because you for me, you're trying to get to that next level. Like it's like in a video game, it never ends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in doing that, excuse me, you get better as a person,
Yeah.
but then you lose some of the things like that made you that person.
Yeah.
Like, and if, like for instance, for me, I would go there. Remember, we used to buy CDs at FYE and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
I could easily go there and blow a whole paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Just buying random music. Matter of fact, when me and you met, we would play different songs. Just hey, I found the CD, I heard this song, whatever, and just go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even do that no more, and I actually hate that I don't because I don't know if the music industry just like trying to turn me off to how much is out there now,
Yeah.
and so much of it sounds so stupid. But I mean, just being able to go to a store and walk around and sample CDs and everything, and actually get a CD made and everything. Like, I mean, that's one thing I actually wish I still did. Just go and just sample different music.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes I used to be really bad with this, and nowadays I'm way more cognizant of it. But I know I used to be so caught up in the idea of what I could be, or what the end goal was,
Mm-hmm.
that it was hard. I stopped appreciating who I was in the moment. And
Hmm.
sometimes while you're fucking up, it's hard to appreciate that, like the steps you've made to become who you are, because you're in the middle of a fuck up.
Mm.
But then when you actually look back and see, like, hey, I might have handled this differently 10 years ago than I
Mm-hmm.
am now, and you realize, no, I made a lot of growth in the time ago. I'm maybe not at where I want to be, or where I want to be might not be something I ever attain, but like
Mm-hmm.
appreciating the type of person you are now and how you handle things, like, I think that's good. And I think in the movie, I think that was what Shia was, trying to grapple with. He was just trying to find his place and trying to, basically essentially thinking, believing he was a fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was just trying to escape this situation that he was in. And in being with Zach and seeing how Zach was just on this journey to become a professional wrestler,
Mm-hmm.
he took solace in the idea that, like, I'm gonna help this kid. I made a promise. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
help this kid achieve his dream.
Okay, so if I remember correctly, he didn't change his view on Zach until he met Dakota in the gas station, right?
Yeah.
Because he didn't want nothing to do with him at first.
Yeah.
You
I,
know,
I I think it was because, and it never really explicitly says it, but I think it's because he realized, like, they're both running.
mhm,
They're both on a journey to something. He thought maybe he just came across this fucking kid and was
mhm,
like, I got too much shit going on in my life. I don't want anything to do with it. Then you realize he didn't just he wasn't there just by happenstance. He's running because he's trying to achieve something that everyone else is telling him he can't do.
mhm.
You know? I don't know. I don't know what I would do if I was in that situation. If I just came across, someone who I knowingly knew needed my help in that kind of way. Where, like, could you take them in? Could you take, like, when you were driving on the road and you got a hitchhiker talking about, I'm trying to go to Vegas because I want to be a Chippendale. You taking them in your truck?
No, only thing I look for is if she got teeth or not.
First of all, women, they can't be Chippendale. Those dudes.
No, that's why I said no, and that's why I said only thing I was looking for is if she had teeth or not.
Gummies for everyone.
Hell no. No. I think that's like a different situation where it's like you can like help out like a bum or something on the side of the road, as for not in the case may be.
Yeah.
But I think every couple years you might run across somebody, and I think it's like something internal where you just know that this person needs you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like something that you don't fully understand, whatever. But it's like a feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You were meant to run into this person?
Yeah.
Other than me and you, has there anyone else been in your life that you felt like you were meant to run into that person?
Oh, definitely. I mean, there's been situations where I've run into people, and at first it was like you needed to meet me because I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then later on, it's like, nah, I actually needed to meet you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
So I feel like that. I feel like that pertains to a specific lesson that you talk about a lot, where you say that, like, just because someone's like, just because something's happening and someone needs to learn a lesson, like,
mhm,
it might not be their lesson to learn. It might be your lesson to learn.
mm,
Or because you're going through some shit where you think it's terrible, it's like that might not be your lesson. It might be for someone else. You just happen to be a part of it.
mm,
Know? And I
yeah,
think sometimes people get so caught up. It's in 2024. Selfishness is the new, fucking pot of gold. Everyone is only worried about what's happening to them, and they don't realize that, like we said during the Dreamer, like, sometimes you're part of someone else's dream.
hmm
What's happening right now? Don't take it personally. You're a part of someone else's dream, and it's something they got to go through.
that's something actually. I'm not going to go into details, but obviously, you know my situation right now,
Yeah.
and I look at everything going on, and on one note, I'm like, how the fuck did I get here? And on the other note, it's like, you, Chris, you were built for this. This is why you're here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, who else could do it but you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it sucks, right? Doesn't it suck
Oh, it's fuck yeah.
It sucks feeling like, hey, just because I'm built for this shit, don't mean I want to handle it all the time.
Yeah.
Just because I'm a fucking pickup truck, don't mean I want to carry rocks and wood all the time. Sometimes I just want to go to the beach.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like life in and of itself is measured by, how much bullshit you can handle.
Mm.
And I think sometimes people get so caught up in handling that bullshit, or the fact that they've had to handle that bullshit, that they don't pay attention to what comes after, or the lessons that come after. Because some people feel like they've dealt with so much that anything that comes after, it's not good enough for them, because they're like, I deserve more,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it's a pride thing.
Yeah. Pride will fucking, when you feel like you deserve more, that's tends. I don't want to say you don't get any graces tossed your way.
Mm-hmm.
You're never gonna see them, because you're always assuming you deserve more than what's being given to you, instead of appreciating what's being given to you.
Yeah.
And I think in this movie, that was kind of Dakota Johnson's character.
Okay.
She was someone who had money, who came into this job, and like because she felt like she was doing a service to other people
Mm-hmm.
who are less fortunate, that she's good. Her
Mm-hmm.
heart is gold because she's helping out people who are less fortunate,
Mm-hmm.
not realizing that like there's lessons that she can learn from all these people about chasing your dream.
Speaking of, if you put yourself in her character in those shoes,
Mm-hmm.
if somebody would have threw your keys into the lake or whatever, what would you have done? Like, would you just roll with it, and make fuck it, we get on the raft?
First of all, listen. First of all, the motherfucker only threw it about maybe 2 feet in there. I could have went and got them shit.
Hell yeah.
I saw that. I was like, man, it's right there. You can just go grab it.
There's like, we need you to throw this, but like not too far because we need the keys still. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I feel like in that situation, I think she just had a love for Zach.
Mm.
So like she understood like what kind of heart that kid had, and so I don't think she could ever really hold anything against him.
Mm.
And no matter what he did, she was always gonna be like, all right, like it's gonna roll off her back. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, when that motherfucker when he broke out the fucking the
nursing home or whatever. Yeah.
they were like, you been around him, he's strong. He just the fucking the bars and climbed out. And
Yeah.
Shit.
Matter of fact, that was the old dude from Hateful Eight.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
He looked like the dude with the strong hand from fucking Scary Movie.
Probably was here when he was younger. I don't know. Oh man.
I don't know. What did you take away from this movie? Because first of all, this is the type of movie like Shia got a lot of accolades from this movie. Not he didn't get a lot of accolades, but people were talking about how great his performance is. And like when I was watching this movie, I was like, man, that kid's such a fucking good actor. I know he's got a lot of bullshit going on in his life that he's dealing with, but like, man, that dude is so fucking good at acting. Between that and then fucking Transformers, like,
yeah, true.
He can do a lot, but he's just, I don't know, he's got a lot of shit that he's dealing with mentally.
On his personal side, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. But sometimes that's what makes the best actors. When you got
I guess
bullshit to pull from.
I mean that, or I guess because they finally have something to focus on to take them off their bullshit.
Yeah.
So they put all their energy into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at R. Kelly. Great music, but had a lot of bullshit going on.
Yeah, that motherfucker can't. Listen, his songs were catchy, but they ain't make no sense at all.
What you mean?
Okay? Listen,
what you mean?
Listen,
my mind's telling me no.
Listen, if a motherfucker in a basketball jersey and a Zorro mask walked up to you and was like, throw in. I'm like, what?
Oh man.
Oh, shit.
Look. Yeah, I'm gonna leave R. Kelly alone. But I'm just saying, some people got a whole lot of bullshit going on, but they create good art because the art takes away from their bullshit.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Maybe because the art might drive it. It allows them to focus on something that, like, what that I don't want to call it crazy, but that energy that they have in them that drives them to go hard at whatever art they're doing. It's, I don't know. It's just sometimes I wonder, like, sometimes I wonder if I'm that crazy. Probably not. But
I think you are. I told you this before. Like, I hope the day never comes. I hope I continue to do your dirty work. Just saying. Like, let me handle it, please. Because I have a feeling if you ever cross that line and somebody get you to that point where you cross it, it's game over.
Bro, listen.
And what bothers me more,
go ahead.
I think you actually might like it when you do.
Bro, that moment's gonna come. I'm gonna be fucking soccer kicking toddlers across the mall.
He's lost his mind. Anybody's a victim.
I don't know. Ryu's gonna be like, don't stop, Dad. Don't stop. You got more to live for, Dad.
Like, shut before I eat you. Like, oh man.
Corgi barbecue.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so like these type of movies, they don't make them
Mhm.
much anymore. Like, why
Remember,
don't
how old is
movies
this
like
movie?
this movie's probably like at least 7, 8 years old.
Really?
Yeah, it had to come out like 2016, 2015, something like that.
Okay.
But like, why why doesn't a movie like this make 300-400 million at the box office? First of all, I think I'm doing a disservice to myself because I'm drinking this fucking non-alcoholic beer, but I've been sipping on this fucking whistle pig this entire time.
Yeah, that's good. I do it all the time.
Yeah, I guess.
You're watching your alcohol intake and carbs, I guess.
Yeah.
Normally I got two. Chilling. I didn't even touch my water yet, but
I know. I just using pounding natural lights.
yeah. The whole case was like $8.
Yeah. That's probably what was inside that dude's moonshine or whatever he made.
I know, right?
All right, but okay, so why doesn't a movie like this blow up? Because it's a fucking phenomenal movie.
Okay, let me ask you this then. Before I answer that question, let's change the characters. Same story, everything. But yeah, definitely. Tyler Perry, you know what I'm saying? but no, let's change it up. Let's put somebody like Mark Wahlberg as Shia LaBeouf.
Okay.
And then you have the Down syndrome person. I don't know if we can find an actor that could play that I could think of that could pull that off.
And then replace Dakota Johnson with like Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it would sell more because of them, but the story, I don't know if it would hit the same.
No, it wouldn't.
You know what I'm saying?
There's certain people, and I hate to say this, but sometimes there's certain people who are too pretty for certain roles. And I'm not saying Dakota Johnson ain't pretty, but she's got a very average girl look to her. And if you got someone who's like, okay, so for instance, you seen Jurassic World, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Bryce Dallas Howard is beautiful.
That's the redhead, right?
Yeah.
Love that girl.
But when you see her, like, trying to run from dinosaurs and stuff like that, like it makes you go, okay, this is a blockbuster movie. It just feels like she's too pretty for the moment.
You think so?
I think, yeah, it's like Megan Fox in fucking Transformers. Beautiful girl, but they had to put her in fucking long jeans to make her look normal.
Okay, but I feel like she played that part pretty good though. Now the new girl when they switched over, that Shia LaBeouf's girlfriend, was it Transformers 3, Dark of the Moon or whatever?
Yeah, the girl that dates fucking Jason Statham.
Yeah, no, I felt like she was too, like, she wasn't built for that role. Her acting was fine.
Yeah,
but I felt like she was too pretty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. There's something about it where you're like, why are you here in this moment right now?
Mm-hmm.
It's just funny. The dude from Grey's Anatomy was the bad guy in Dark.
Oh yeah.
So all weekend when I was in Scotland, I kept watching fucking Sweet Home Alabama. You ever watch Sweet Home Alabama?
And there were Reese Witherspoon?
Yes.
No.
Watch it. Trust me. Watch it. You of all people will. Yes, we might have to cover that.
Okay, no, before I even say anything, like, I'm not even against the movie. I just know it came like 1996, something like that.
Yeah, it's your typical rom-com, but there's some very good lessons being told in that movie.
So why me of all people need to watch it?
First of all, you live in Alabama. Second of all, it's
that alone. I didn't have no comment for that one.
Second of all, there's only one black dude in the movie who works at the bank. Or he works at the post office. Actually, no, there's two. There's one gay dude and then one dude that works at the post office.
Oh gosh.
No, it's good. But I feel like there's life lessons in there about. There's life lessons in that movie about wanting better for your life. So there's a quote in that movie where he goes, "You can have roots and wings." And to me, that makes a whole lot of sense because there's a lot of people who are, chasing their wings, trying to fly off into the sunset and become something big. But like, they act like they gotta forget their roots. They forget where they came from. And it's like, no, you can have both.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I was watching something. It was like one of the motivational snippets or whatever, and it was talking about, I guess, if you're in a situation of being discouraged, he said, just remember when a seed's planted, it has to grow down and create its roots before it can grow up.
Mm-hmm.
So these people thinking that when you said fruits can have wings, but
just because you're brown, the plant needs dirt.
What? You said because you're brown? What? Oh God!
My bad. Shit. All right. Final thoughts on.
Where's your rice maker at? Goddamn it!
Final thoughts on the Peanut Butter Falcon.
Oh man, a good movie, definitely. It wasn't that long. It was like
hour and a half.
That was it. About hour 40 minutes maybe. Good movie, easy to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Even could be a family movie. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, they don't go gratuitous with the cuss words. Like the cuss words in there, actually, like, they enhance the moment. They're not just there, not just littered around for no reason.
Oh, speaking of real quick, I want to hit on something before we close this out. Since you want to keep bringing up Jasper, he actually says something that stuck with me, where he said,
"Sure, it did."
Yeah, he said fried chicken. You know what I'm saying? but no, but he was like,
he said you could take whatever you want, just not that boat.
He shot the boat for one, but no, he said, what did he say? I can smell sheep, and I can smell wolves. And what he said, you guys, what did he say? He said something with your wolves or something like that, but not intentionally. Or
I might have to rewatch that part.
Yeah, he basically was saying something about how this is what I took from it. And I know I'm getting it wrong in the movie, but what I took from it at that moment was people can become wolves because of life situations when they're really, really not. They just have to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, so Dave Chappelle's got a quote where he says, sometimes you got to be that wolf so you can be that sheep that you truly are.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like, sometimes, in life, you got to show your fangs. If you never show your fangs, then you're fodder for the for slaughter, You look at a pig, a pig is, to quote Cat Williams, delicious from the rooter to the tutor. But
that's granddad.
But if you leave a pig out in the wild, in 6 months, it's gonna grow its tusks and it's gonna become feral. Like sometimes you gotta show that so that motherfuckers leave you alone, so you can then just be who you want to be.
Yeah.
And one of the things I loved about this movie is that it's a wrestling movie, but like the wrestling, it's not making fun of it. It's just an enhancement to the story. Like just so happens that this kid really wants to be a professional wrestler, but like it's that thing that drives the story versus it being the main component of the story.
See, that's like I didn't even see that as a wrestling movie. I feel like wrestling was just like a plot of the movie, but it's not a wrestling movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna lie. Like even though I know that he wanted to go be a wrestler and meet the saltwater redneck or whatever. Like when I saw McFoley in there, then for me it changed. Okay. I had to go back and look. Like, did WWE produce this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But up until that moment, it was a movie. You know what I'm saying? Wrestling wasn't the main focus of it.
Okay. Yeah. Same. I think just the wrestling was just that thing, that plot point that pushed it along. But in the end, it was a movie about one, becoming who you truly feel you are. Because again, it wasn't just about trying to become a wrestler. It was about Zach understanding that, hey, you're self-aware enough to understand that you have Down syndrome, but that doesn't mean you're beneath everyone else.
Yeah,
you can't do what we can do. And then also it's for like Shia, being like, hey, like you're making these selfish choices in life, trying to go fucking steal these people's crab traps and shit like that.
Yeah.
And becoming someone who puts someone else's life ahead of his own. Okay, let's talk about the ending real quick.
Okay.
We got hit over the head with a fucking crowbar.
Apparently, he had a whole lot more done because he was fucked up in the back of the car.
Mm-hmm.
They hit him a couple times.
I like the way like it just goes from that and cuts, and then they're in the car.
Yeah,
and then you just see that like no, like he survived, but like it's I kind of everyone just kind of accepted where life was taking them. Like Dakota Johnson's character, what was her name in the movie? You remember?
Eleanor, I believe.
Yeah. So her whole thing was, I take care of Zach. I'm this, I don't want to say holier than thou, but holier than thou person who's like dedicated her life to taking care of people. Like it was almost like that was her not her calling, but her drive was to be that person who takes care of other people. And then she got to a point where she was like, she just wanted that family, and then, Zach reached his dream, but it was also about like, having friends, having people around him that loved him and like cared for him. And then for Shia, it was like, you're not alone in this world. I know you felt like you were alone because you lost your brother, but like, now there's other people who got your back the same way you got theirs.
Yeah. Speaking of, real quick, you know that his brother in the movie was the same dude that was in Fury as his
That's motherfucking John Bro. That's the fucking Punisher, bro.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah, John Bernthal. You know what's interesting? That motherfucker used to rap.
Really?
Yeah. You know who's nasty at freestyle rap?
Who?
Shia LaBeouf. If you go up there and go look up, if you go on YouTube, look up Shia LaBeouf five Fingers of Death. You will be. He might be one of the best like freestyle rappers in Hollywood.
Really?
Yeah, he's nasty.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. But yeah, no. The cast in this movie is really like good, and I love that because it's not a big movie. It's not a grand, I'm gonna make millions of dollars off this movie. This is I believe in this story, and I want to tell this story as authentic as possible. Matter of fact, I got done as soon as I was watching it. I literally got done. And I popped up my Google Docs and I started. I had this idea. I've had this idea for a movie for a while, like a low budget movie, and I just started writing down notes for it. So that might be something I gotta work on at some point. But
okay.
Yeah. Well,
excuse me.
Anyways, well, all right. Well, that's the latest episode of Surratt and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. Once again, it is your boy Surratt, aka Makazi,
and your boy Chris Brown, aka Red Fort Delta. Y'all be good out there.
Yes, sir. And save Chris some natural light.
Listen, I can't. It's a Jack Daniel day today, baby. Just say.
Hold on. I don't even see the Jack Daniels.
That's because she always come here changing shit around. Sit right here.
It looks good though. It sucks because with the way, for some reason, with the way Zoom thing, it's small right now, but like it looks good. It won't stick out. You ain't got this, and all this black on the screen for you.
Having a white T-shirt.
Yeah, you got white teeth, white T-shirts, all that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
All right.
I'm a warrior.